sorry, disagree. All this stuff that say things like management bad, leadership good, lists of things that managers do and they're all bad over here, and equivalent things that leaders do and they're all good over here. It's all wrong. It's a lie. It's not true. And I want to talk about why today. Hello, I'm Ben at leadershipjetway.com, all about helping you make a flying start in your leadership journey by getting important stuff done, bringing your people with you, not dragging them along, and making an impact and getting noticed. And for most people in their first leadership role or their first management role, this leadership versus management topic comes up from time to time, and it's almost always couched in terms of management being old-fashioned and bad and leadership being the new thing and good. And I get where they're coming from, and I understand why it's talked about like that, but I think it's unfair because so many leaders on so many levels in so many organizations have to do management. It's literally part of your job to make sure that the stuff that needs to get done gets done. It's literally part of your job to make sure your people know what everyone's supposed to be doing and that they're doing it on time. It's literally part of your job to follow the policies and process of your organization. So especially when you're early in your leadership career, you don't get to say to your boss, I'm sorry, I'm not doing management today, I'm too busy being a leader. It just doesn't work like that. Now, I'll grant you, we could have an argument about whether how you do management makes you a leader. We could have that argument. How do you set priorities? Do you talk with your team about them, or do you know everything yourself? How do you engage with your employees? How do you get them to do the things that they need to do? Do you engage and empower and enthuse them, or do you direct and control them? And so on and so on. But all of this is about how we do management, not whether we do it. It's about how you do management. And it's really important that you do management well. That's one of my big problems with saying don't be a manager, be a leader, is that actually if you want to be a leader, you have to do management really well. It's important to you. It will bound to be important to your boss, and it's certainly important to your team. But you just don't get to say, I'm not going to do management today. That's too simplistic. It's in your job description that you have to do management. It's what's expected of you. My mate Karen, brilliant manager. A leader as well, no doubt, but a brilliant manager. Why is that? Why should that be demeaned and detracted from to say, oh no, don't be a manager. No. No, be a great manager. Right? So in this way of thinking, if you agree with what I'm saying, if management is about all the stuff you have to do right, getting the things done that need to get done, getting them done on time, if that's management, what is leadership? Well, for me, in this sort of model of leadership versus management, leadership is about finding opportunities to add value. Where are the problems that you need to fix, or the new things that you can do to take advantage of something in the marketplace, some new piece of technology? Opportunities to add value, issues to tackle, find them, push things forward, and make sure your team is making progress. Your job as a leader is working with your team to find those opportunities, to prioritize which ones to tackle, and then deliver the changes you need to tackle them. Right? It's that stuff that's going to make you feel like you're making an impact. It's that stuff where you're going to actually make a difference to your team. And it's that stuff that you're going to want to talk about in job interviews. At your next job interview, you don't want to say, I followed the procedures correctly for 2 years and make sure everybody did too. If you're applying for a leadership job, you want to say, spotted this issue, figured out a new way to do it, delivered that change, made things better. So to my mind, if you want to be a successful leader, you have to do the management stuff well and find time to do the leadership stuff too. Right? I don't think you get to choose not to be a manager and be a leader instead. I would like to add one word to that phrase. Don't be a manager, be a leader. I want to add the word just. Don't just be a manager, be a leader. Now I'm in. But I really don't think leadership and management are enemies or competitors. For me, leadership and management are dance partners. They're yin and yang. They work together. You have to do both and they have to flow around one another. But it can be really hard to make the time to do the leadership stuff because the management stuff will throw things at you all the time, right? Your boss will want to talk to you about, has everything been done? Has it all been done on time? Every minute of the day, there's an email to deal with, there's something coming in, somebody bothering you about how we handle this policy and this process and this thing. All the time, it's coming at you. But if you can find just a little bit of time, it could be half an hour a day, just a little bit of time to find a leadership impact project, something to latch onto and say, that's an issue we're going to tackle and we're going to take things forward with that issue. We're going to make the world a bit better. We're going to change some stuff around this issue. You'll find you have a big morale boost for yourself because you're not just fighting fires and keeping the plates spinning and keeping the lights on all the time. You know you're making a difference. So you have a big morale impact on yourself. You'll have the same for your team. You'll find your team and your people will always say, look, I know it's really busy, but don't forget, we've got this thing over here. We're pushing it forward. We're making a difference. Let's keep focusing on that when times get tough, and we'll make that happen. And you'll be building your record of leadership achievement. These things that you can talk about in your next job interview. The thing to say, I spotted that, and we did this, and we fixed it, and we made some progress with it. So, that's my view. Don't be a manager, be a leader. It's unfair, too simplistic. Leaders have to do management too, most of the time. I run a department with 300 people in it, and a big chunk of my time is spent doing management stuff. Big chunk of my time. If you want some help figuring out, okay, how do I find that leadership impact project? How do I find the thing to work on and find a way to work on it alongside keeping everything going? If you want some help with that, I've got something for you. I've put together a free 25-minute training workshop. It's a video to watch, put some slides together, bundled it all together in a video workshop. I would love it if you would come and watch that. It takes you through. I talk a little bit more about this leadership management thing. It gets my goat and it gets me excited. I talk about the leadership with management thing, and I go on to giving a 3-step process for actually finding something to work on, engaging with your team about it, and taking it forward and making sure you make some progress. If you're interested in that, all you have to do is visit leadershipjetway.com/workshop. There's a link in the description to this video. That's leadershipjetway.com/workshop. Go and visit that. Drop me your email address and I will send you the link to the training. Like I say, it's about 25 minutes and it guides you through a step-by-step process. There's also a PDF to download, sort of 4 or 5 page PDF to download with the summary of what I'm saying and some templates word for word how to go about doing this thing where you can find a project and deliver on it so you know you're having some leadership impact. So that's it. The leadership management lie is that leadership and management aren't enemies or competitors. They're friends, they're dance partners. You have to do both and let them weave together. So I hope that's been useful for you. Thank you for watching this video. Thank you for subscribing to this channel if you want more videos to help new leaders make a flying start. That's what I'm all about here at leadershipjetway.com. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon. Cheers.